Welcome to my energy update. And this is very much a threshold video. And what I mean by that is like, this is the last Monday of September. We're about to move into October. And I cannot believe that we are in October. We have just completed on. Be very, very, very proud of yourself. Probably the most deepest, most intense shadow death walks, whatever you want to call it. Like September brought us the eclipse month and we really got taken, and I really do feel it was the final surge and purge for us leaving the old self behind and stepping into that new version of us, because I'm really feeling the fullness of being reborn, which is why I wanted to give a little bit of a pre-announcement for the month to come of October. October is indeed, you heard it here first, Isis month. But it's not just about Isis, is it? It's about Osiris as well, because like I've always said, and in the previous month I've been talking a lot about Nephthys and how you can't have Nephthys without Set. You can't have Sekhmet without Ptah, because everything is about union. So you can't have Osiris without Isis and Isis without Osiris. So now we really are stepping into the twin flame union energies, and I'm going to be teaching a lot about that as we, with the guidance of Isis, with the guidance of Osiris, as we move into October. And October is very much Isis's astrology month in Egyptian astrology, because she is an October girl. So isn't that interesting? Who would have thought that Isis was more of a Scorpio underworld kind of chick? I would have thought that would be more like Nephthys. But anyway, you learn something new every day. But there are lots of different versions and aspects of Isis as the star mother, and we're going to be diving into that and looking at all different ways that we can work with her, understand her within ourselves. And then of course we're going to be really addressing the rise of the masculine, because the divine masculine is also going through a potent transformation, and that is being felt all around us in our relationships within us. And it's a very exciting month that I am actually looking forward to diving into. So you can definitely call October is going to be all about twin flame energy, all about coming into union, all about Heka, because the divine masculine and the feminine, when they merge with one another, creation, the beautiful creation of Horus is basically born, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So that's Heka. Intention plus action equals creation, body, mind, spirit, whatever you want to call it. As above, so below, so within, so without. You know, it's all part of that wholeness, you know. So now, also want to mention the Sekhmet pilgrimage, because all of these videos, all of these months, all of this transformative processes that we're going through, I mean, you know, that what's the point of it all? It's all about purpose. Now, I have strategically energetically strategically placed the Sekhmet pilgrimage in May 2026. So it's not too far away, and it's there for a reason, because this has been a very, very powerful month, and everything that you have done, everything that you're going to do is in preparation for something. And there's a lot of you out there which are also devotees of Sekhmet. There's a lot of you out there that do the work like me, or feel within you that you know that's the plan. And coming to walk with me and Sekhmet in Egypt is going to be all about that. It's all about the Heka codes. It's all about implementing the magic and medicine to bring massive transformation. For what reason? To step into your purpose, to step into your power, to ignite your superpowers, so you can actually step forth into this world and just create. And that is why the Sekhmet pilgrimage is in May, and that is why a lot of you have already heard the call, and I know a lot more of you will do as well. So all of these transformative months of working with these deities and the temple classrooms, it's all for preparation, initiation. So you just got to ask yourself, where is this leading to? And if you feel the energy of Sekhmet calling you, there is a very specific tribe that I'm going to be working with and walking with for good reason, and it's all about purpose. It's about leadership, and it's about sovereignty. So it makes sense that obviously May, that's what we're doing, because, you know, by the time we complete on all of this, and as we move into November is a significant month, which is just around the corner, you'll be feeling quite embodied with all of the stuff that you've been through, and it's going to make sense, and you're going to feel more grounded and present in this life, showing up as a conscious creator rather than fighting for your life, trying not to die. So now, that's been my story anyway. So now, moving on to the energy update. So I have my list here. I always have a little pad here because I always have so much to talk about. So let us talk about Nephthys, okay? Because Nephthys handed us over to Isis. That's what we're doing right now. We're on the threshold. We have one sister holding one hand and the other holding the other. So we have Nephthys, who is like night, and then we have Isis, which is day. And Isis is all about new life. It's Ankh energy. It's all of the things. And of course, Nephthys has done her thing. She's brought us through that darkness. She's delivered us to a level of serenity, let's say. And now her sister is like, right, come with me. I'm going to bring you into the day now. And this is why October is going to be so significant in coming together with that energy. But let it be known that Nephthys is not going to leave our space. Oh my goodness, since last temple classroom, when I left the classroom, they were in this place around me. And I kept like, I kept getting like, looks at like corner of my eye, and I was like feeling their presence. And it was like, it was deeply profound, different to any other gods and goddesses that I usually channel and feel. Very, very Sekhmet presence, very real, very here. So I don't think Nephthys is going to be too far away or set for that reason. However, they are stepping aside so the rest of the Holy Family, meaning their other brother and sister, can come and join the party, because it's now time for us to work with that magic, right? So now, how's that going to feel for you now that Nephthys has gently and tentatively handed us over to Isis, or she's going to be as we move into October? What does that look like in your life? So you're going to find, since this eclipse season as well, that like all of a sudden you're efforting less, right? And the best way to describe this, I was an exercise specialist for 20 years. So of course, what I used to do, because I'm quite fiery and up there with everything that I do. So I was that trainer. You had to be brave to sign up with me, because I was known as Little Hitler. So that was a true story. I was known as Little Hitler. And even when I was like 9 months pregnant with Ava, I was still teaching my hip hop classes, and I was going for it. I'd slow down for anyone. You know what I mean? Anyway, what I used to do with my clients is I used to tie a band around their waist and my big fat belly, and I'd get them to drag me around the gym floor, resistance training. And then what I would do is I'll get them to do 10 sprints until they were absolutely finished. This is very indicative of the spiritual path we've been walking, till these clients of mine were on their leans. They were going to vomit because they were just tapped out. I would release the band, and of course me and my body weight and my pregnancy weight, and I'd say, right, now sprint. And they would absolutely fly. What the purpose of that training, by the way, is to increase speed, and that's how I would do it. It's like putting a tractor tire behind you, getting you to run fast with the weight. Your body becomes conditioned to carrying that. So when you release the weight and it's not there anymore, you fly. Once you cut that free, you fly, and then you increase on your speed, and you're just a lot more efficient. Now think about that. How does that play out in your everyday life? Was eclipse season and prior not like and all of the life and lives prior, is it not felt like that now you've cut the weight away, you're now going to start flying? So you're going to find that it's going to take a lot less effort to create something, to move through something. But here's what the psyche is going to do, and be careful of this, because when it's too easy, your ego mind's going to go, what's going on here? You're going to start to look for problems, because that's just our ego mind. That's just our human self. And we need to just be gentle with our human self, because that's how they roll. So you're going to have that kind of like, this is so easy, but what's going on here? I smell a fish, but it's okay. It's normal. So let that blow in and out, and then continue as normal. But you will find a lot more ease and grace with things that you're going to start doing. And also as well, because we're moving more into the divine feminine, we're in the flow of water, right? Things just come to you. And I keep getting, my team can always, well, I say my team, my higher self, me, I always hear, let it come to you. Let it come to you. We know so much now that really pushing hard for something doesn't work well. We know it doesn't work. So it's like you can't unknow what you know. So that's how wise we've become. So if you find that you are pushing to get something done, hang on a minute, take a breath, take a beat, because you trust now. You know that things effortlessly can come to you, and you're supposed to work a lot less harder for it, and it will just float into your lap. And also you need to take note of that, because it might not be for you. All right. So now the less fear we have, basically, you're more okay with collabs and creating, so you have less fear. So what's going to happen is, you as a conscious creator, you're going to be more open. Your energy field's going to be more open. More people are going to just approach you, because that's a subconscious thing. You're going to have some cool conversation with some cool cats, man, and probably one of those cool cats is a very big cat called Sekhmet. She'll be no doubt saying, see, in Egypt, who knows? But Sekhmet has never left our space, FYI. So her fire and her whispering in your ears saying, what about your purpose? What have you come here to do? What brings you joy? What do you really want to do? Do you really want to do that? Do you want to do this? So you're going to find the fires of Sekhmet burning deep inside of you, which is going to make you just get excited about some things. So things are going to shift ever such a lot. So feeling separated and like, it's not safe to go there. All of a sudden, you're going to feel more embodied and calm and safe in your space, which means more things are going to be able to approach approach you now. So collabs are going to come in. Think about it. When you work with others and you hang out with others, the workload is just a lot easier and it's just a lot more fun than being on your own, isn't it? So you're going to find that you are coming out of your cave, and as a result of that, people are going to go, there they are. There she is, there he is, been looking for you forever. And then it comes together. So that's going to be exciting and nice, you know? And then embodying the change, okay? So now you've embodied this change. It's like, you know, you realize without panic that you do have a choice, and you're going to have ever such a lot of choices. And that's going to be like your infinite possibilities are now going to show to you. And you're just going to be, and I go back to that tractor tire, pregnant Marie being dragged along by an elastic band. You're gonna just like go, oh well, this is just great. I've got a choice, and I'm not making choices because I'm gonna die. I'm making choices because there's so many beautiful things. There's so many beautiful things. So you're not gonna have to push or try so hard to get a direction. Choices are going to come, and there's going to be many, and you're just going to have the best time. But it's a process, remember. So it's going to evolve. As I say, dovetail is my favorite saying. So now the next thing, okay, is like, you know, the divine masculine is going through huge changes. Massive changes. What I've just spoken about, the effortlessness and the ease and grace, and what you're going to start to breathe into, and you're going to learn to trust it a bit more. Let's face it, it's a bit like coming out of an abusive relationship. We're all a bit like, this is nice, but okay, but, you know, so be gentle with yourself and allow your human to settle in. Your higher self is like, we got this, we know where we are, woohoo. But you're gonna like allow your human just to kind of petal, let them settle in a little bit. So if they're a bit jumpy, it's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Just chill out, you know? But the divine masculine, the reason we are experiencing all these choices and change now, and we will do, it'll just ramp up, it'll just embody more and more and more as we go throughout the year, is because the divine masculine within us is not so controlling now. Because the divine masculine is now chilling out and lining up, because your divine feminine is lined up. You know, your divine feminine is kind of like more open. So is your divine masculine. She doesn't want to punch his lights out anymore. So he's like able to approach the bench. And now he's approached the bench, he's kind of like getting a bit of her energy because he's starting to become a little bit in touch with his emotions. So he's not being so controlling, but he's still a space holder. So his divine balance within the divine masculine, like think about it as a micro divine masculine and feminine within the masculine. Think about the feminine has also got a divine masculine and feminine within her. So she's like little Russian doll. It's like you got, you know, so if you look at it like that, it's quite interesting, isn't it? That every little micro macro thing is coming into balance. So the divine masculine is definitely starting to feel quite emotional and starting to open up. So we need to be a little bit gentle with him and compassionate, because in your physical life, the men in your life, brothers, fathers, husbands, even friends, whatever it might be, bosses, perhaps they're becoming a bit nicer. But I'm noticing that since I've gone through this massive shift, which has been going since April, okay, this year, long time, big grief, death, I want to just die walk. Since I've completed on that, the divine masculine has gone through similar things, and I'm going to get into these videos more as we move into the Isis month. But what you're experiencing right now is the divine masculine now is going through a little bit of what I call soaking in water. They're becoming a bit more emotional. So they're not used to that. But it's actually quite endearing to experience. And it's just a little bit of, you know, handling them gently as they go through that. But it's a wonderful thing that the divine masculine isn't such a bully now. They're more supportive. And that's another thing, allowing them to feel their emotions. And also as well, you know, like the support as a result on a bigger picture, the support you will experience in your lives, just in general, divine masculine all around, finally doing its job, honoring the divine feminine, you know, honoring the creative process. You're controlling you isn't squeezing the life out of the creative you, right? The controlling divine masculine isn't making you scared to go outside so you're not locked in the cave. He's chilling out because now your divine feminine's kind of like coming out of a hermit era, you know, so they're doing this infinity symbol weaving. So there's a lot going on with the divine masculine, which is having a profound effect on the divine feminine. So this is why I'm bringing in the divine feminine and divine masculine, the twin flame codes in a big way in October. And Isis and Osiris are going to lead us through to that, you know. So also the last thing, just to add to this, because this is a little bit of a checklist, you know, that which was hidden is the great reveal. So the last thing I want to chuck in the mix here is heal versus reveal. Okay. Basically healing in my eyes is having the courage to face your really, really dark shadow and going there anyway, right? Knowing, or there's your higher self. That's the one that trusts, knowing that when you go into that shadow, you're going to go there anyway. You don't want to go into the shadow. It's stingy and sore. None of us do it willingly, but we go there anyway, right? So what's all that about? We go there. And it's almost like a programming, because we know deep down that within that big dark shadow, there is the golden nugget, and there is a tablet of light that we need to unlock and ignite. We know that now. And I believe healing is actually being able to face that shadow and going there. And the reason we go there is not just to continuously heal, it's to take the big layer of concrete off the divine being, because you've never been broken. You were never ever broken. You're always whole, but there are belief systems and experiences and believing in the lies and illusion that tells you that you weren't. So when you take all of this stuff, healing is taking all the shit off your being and all the distortion away, wiping the sleep out the eyes to go, oh my God, I was always fine. Do you know what I mean? There's this divine being, the starseed incarnate, who's just ready to rock and roll. And now what's happening is we're stepping into the great reveal. So healing has led us to revealing. So now there's certain things that you've been trying to get to or have, and you've been seeking and fighting and searching for things that were already with you. And you're trying to be what you already were. Sekhmet tells me that all the time. She always says in my ears, she always whispers, why are you trying to be something that you already are? That's quite profound, isn't it? So that's what I want to share with you today. So allow the great reveal to come online. You've done a lot of healing, a lot of shadow work. You're good. You're golden. Just sit on your hands, receive. It's all about receiving. Allow, surrender, and receive. So I'm going to leave that magic with you, my darlings. And I'm feeling a lot better, as you can tell. And I'm really looking forward to entering into the month of October with Osiris and Isis for Twin Flame Month. Let's just call it Twin Flame Month. So we will be seeing you for a very, very power-packed October. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace.